My name is Betty, and I was born and raised in China. As a young child, I distinctly remember that when my grandparents brought me to a temple, I refused to bow down to Buddha. But at the time, it was not so much out of a discernment for the true God as it was out of a prideful and independent spirit. Having grown up in an agnostic family, it wasn't until my family immigrated to Canada when I was 9 years old that I was introduced to the God of the Bible. Though my family began attending church, I didn't really understand the point of God, and he seemed to be someone who was distant and irrelevant to my daily life. It wasn't until high school when a friend invited me to church that God grabbed my attention through a supernatural act of healing despite my skepticism. With this encounter, my perspective of God completely shifted from someone who was theoretical and inactive to someone who was present, active, and capable of changing my life. Since that first shift in my perspective of who God is, he has continued to grow my understanding and experience of himself. In my anxieties about academics, my career, my family, the future, and much more, God reveals himself to be my God of peace. In my wanderings and misplaced priorities, God reveals himself to be the faithful one in exposing the restlessness in my heart and drawing me near to him. In my struggles to extend grace in my relationships, God reveals himself to be my God of grace, who forgives me even when I do not deserve it. In my desires to control situations and outcomes, God reveals that he alone is sovereign, and his plans are much better than mine. In my imperfect love towards my children that sometimes seem to fluctuate with the number of hours of sleep or how well my instructions are adhered to, God reveals his unconditional love and patience towards me that is unchanging and unceasing. In my weaknesses, Christ is my strength. And as I face new challenges and new areas of my life, this seems to be a reoccurring theme. Inasmuch as God has transformed me in so many ways already, I know his work is not even close to being finished yet. That is why I want to be part of the Jericho Ridge community, because I recognize that I need the help of other believers to walk faithfully with God. It is my desire to join Jericho Ridge in being transformed by God as we engage in an authentic community and together share the love of God with our wider neighborhood. As an extra perk, I love that we live within walking distance of the church, and I look forward to getting to know many of you better in the upcoming seasons.